Boats are the lifeblood of any island community. Without boats, one couldn't get onto or off of an island. The old fishermen used their open boats for fishing and transportation dating back to the late 1800s, and they assisted in the development of East Bay as well as Shaw Point. Most of these boats depended on wind and sail for power. However, by the 1940s, many, if not all, of the old open boats were retired or wrecked and were being replaced by faster, more modern craft. Below is a smattering of the boats used between 1940s and 1960s. They are in no particular order. The Mary is pictured here at Jacob Johnson's dock in East Bay in around 1945. The Jacob Johnson home is on the left. The Mary of Shaw Point was Fred Anderson's small boat that he used to cruise the calm shores of Sand Island before 1948. After 1948, the boat belonged to Herman Yench, also from Shaw Point. The Dorothea is shown here anchored off East Bay. This was Fred Hansen's fish tug. Later it was used by his son, Jacob Hansen. This boat was operated by the Hansen family from the 1930s into the 1950s. The boat was named after Fred Hansen's mother. The Flying Blue Bonger was the Hewlings boat in the early 1960s. The boat actually didn't have an official name, but was affectionately known by this moniker. The photo was taken around 1963. Bob Dahl is pictured standing in the Bonger while moored at Hewlings Dock in Shaw Point. The Bobby in front and Freddie D are shown moored at Moe's Dock in East Bay. These were the Noring and Carl Dahl boats respectively. The Bobby can be found in Bayfield in the boat graveyard under the name Uncle Butts. The Adela D is pictured at Moe's Dock in East Bay, Sand Island. Although this is Mel Dahl's boat, which he built, there is not an MB in sight. Taken around 1953, the cast of characters is from left Sharon, Elma, and Bob Dahl, Bessie Palm, Betty Tanning, Carl and Connie Dahl, and Brian Tanning. The Eggerson and the green skiff are in the background. Harold Dahl is pictured on the bow of the Driftwood, and Bob Dahl stands on the bow of the Admiral one sunny summer day in 1960s. The photo was taken at the C.O. Dahl dock in East Bay. When Fred Anderson purchased the Admiral in 1948, it replaced the Mary. It became the main boat at Shaw Point for many years. After roughly 75 years, the Admiral still is in active service at Shaw Point. The Driftwood replaced the Adela D as the M.B. Dahl family boat. Pictured is the Eggerson, Carl Dahl's boat used after the Freddie D. Here it is shown moored at Herman Johnson's dock at Little Sand Bay before the L was added. Sitting on the front are Connie and Carly Dahl. Point Detour is in the background. The Eggerson now sits at rest down near the boat ramp in Bayfield. The Mara sailboat is shown at anchor between the docks at Shaw Point. In later years, purely recreational boats began to appear on the island, thus completing the cycle from 19th century sailing vessels for work to the 20th and 21st century sailing vessels for pleasure. Also shown are the Admiral at Near Dock, Anderson's, and the Twilight at Far Dock, Hewlings. The Twilight, Hokinson's boat, now rests on the grounds at Little Sand Bay in far background. The last of the Westhagen boats in East Bay was this steel boat, which they had toward the end of their stay. One of their boats was named the Spirit of Sand Island. It may have been this one. No Sand Island inventory would be complete without including the Little Sand Bay boat, Sand Bay. This is Herman Johnson's fishing boat. In this particular photo, he is lifting one of his pond nets over near Big Sand Bay.